live, trance, and prosper. Hi, I'm Professor Brian David Phillips. And I just wanted to do a really quick video on what do I need to bring for the Esoteric Trancework seminar. Okay, let's go through the list. On the description for the Esoteric Trancework seminar, I have a list of things and I say, please have the following items prepared for use at various times during the seminar. And there's a long list of accoutrements, stuff. You don't actually have to have any of it. It's just really helpful to go through the exercises and things like this. This is not your typical hypnosis seminar. This isn't even a typical seminar for me, and I do weird stuff. This Esoteric Trancework seminar is weird. Really, really weird. And by weird, I mean W-Y-R-D. We're doing esoteric stuff. We're going to play around with some occult things. You don't actually need any of this stuff to do this sort of work. It's just fun. There are folks who do all sorts of things with magical sigils, incantations, diagrams, processes, the flippity fingers, the mudra. Well, guess what? You don't actually need any of that rigmarole, but it's just kind of fun, and it's a help in focusing your mind. Because any esoteric trance work, like any good hypnosis or trance at all, requires, okay, my students, you guys know what I'm going to say, intensified imaginative involvement. And that's what these are. These are things to help you intensify your imaginative involvement. They're nice little foci. They're trance foci to help you harness your inner energies for the work. There's a long list of things. Let's go through some of them, okay? First thing on the list, a magical stone. Oh, magic. Your magical stone could just be a pebble or a rock you pick up outside. Genuinely. I've done that. Actually, for my shows and many of my therapy sessions, I will gift people a magical gem. Where do I get all these magical gems that I just give away? Am I made of money and magical energy? Well, magical, yes, but I'm not made of money. So what do I use? Here's a, shh, this is a secret. I go to a pet store and I get those little stones at the bottom of the fish tanks. A bag of those suckers is really cheap. They're beautiful. They sparkle. And they make great magical foci, magical stones. You can do that. Or if you don't, you can just go outside and pick up a rock. A small rock. Just, that's all you need. You don't even need that, but yeah, it's kind of fun. Other things you could use, hey, dice. Oh, the fates are aligned with these, so they must be magical. So a dice, a die, or a few dice if you prefer. I have a small bag. Or a super bouncy balls. They're small, they work great. Or these are great. These are absolutely wonderful. I have a special bag for my magical crystals. And so open it up. Oh, there's so many. I have so many of them. And marbles. They work great. Ooh, a blue one. That's so magical. Oh, a green. You know what that means. Don't put this in your bucket when you're having the sex, or you'll get fertility. Well, unless you really do want that, but I would go to a fertility doctor. This is a beautiful one, or a nice big one with the whole galaxy inside. Oh, don't shake it. You'll cause an earthquake. Ah, help me. Okay, so those work great. Marbles. Cheap, easy to find. Don't lose them. I'm always losing my marbles. But marbles, they work great. You can use something like that, or if you don't have marbles, because you lost your marbles long ago, just a piece of paper that's just wadded up. That'll work great. Okay. Something else on my list: crystal ball. I see in your future you're signing up for the Esoteric Trancework seminar. Yay, you! Yay! I see you. A crystal ball, you don't need a big one, heavy one like this is so heavy. It's like, don't hold it like that. You're going to hurt your fingers. Okay, so a crystal ball. If you don't have a crystal ball, just use a ball. Or something with a reflective surface. And yes, marbles work. I wouldn't use this one. It's got, well, actually you could. The galaxy inside makes a nice foci. Okay, so marbles work, crystal ball, candles on the list. You don't actually need a candle for this. We're not going to, I want to be safe. I don't want you burning things in your home. But I will at least introduce the concept. Mirror, a small makeup mirror is great if you have one. If you don't, well, we'll make do. If you have a large Harry Potter kind of mirror, that's awesome. That's great. Just be careful of the creature that's looking back at you from the mirror. Ooh. Or not. A small hand mirror, that works great. We're going to cover scrying, and you don't actually have to have the mirror because you could use a bowl with water. Don't use this kind of bowl. Some people see esoteric trance work. They think, oh, a bowl. I have a singing bowl. That's so nice. I feel so calm. I feel so relaxed. Actually, I do. I feel calm and I feel relaxed. But don't put water in these, okay? Because that would be a dumb thing to do. Unless it's specifically designed for that. We do have some singing water bowls, but we're not going to use it for that purpose. So a simple bowl with water in it is fine. Or if you really want to get fancy, you can use a chalice. The Holy Grail. Oh, goodness. I won't show you this side because then you know where I got it. But this one's full of amulets and medallions, which comes to the next bit. You want something that works as an amulet or a medallion. Some heavy things on strings work great, or whatever you want to use for your amulet or medallion. I am, of course, currently wearing my Inanna amulet. Ishtar or Inanna, Freya, or if you have a crucifix, that'll work great too, or just a cross, or just any old thing that you want to use as a trance foci. Okay, so medallions, amulets, talismans, whatever you want to use. A random coin can work for that. I've used those. Some of you are fans of Piers Anthony's novels. Yay! And the Tarot series has a wonderful example of him just using a stone as something. Okay. Conan's stone. That's one of my favorite parts of the Tarot novel. All right. What else do we want? A wand. Oh, a wand? A wand, you say? This is actually from my very first course I took on wanding. Yes, there are such things. In fact, the Esoteric Trancework is going to have wanding. This one has the traditional 3 parts to a wand. You don't need something like that. Then this unscrews and you put a phoenix feather inside, or whatever, you know, the hair of your one true love, or whatever. But it doesn't have to be a wand. It could just be a stick. Go outside, find a stick. Find a nice looking stick. One from a tree that's been struck by lightning. Those are wonderful, by the way, if you can have access to them. But don't just rip off a twig from somebody's tree or bush. You know, just pick it up off the ground. Okay? Don't go vandalizing things. If you have a nice simple one or a stick, or if you really want to get fancy, oh, he's got a fancy box. It looks like a fancy wand box. How do you know it's a wand box? Well, it's got a wand inside, of course. This is my favorite wand, by the way. I love this one. My daughter got this for me when she went to Japan. It's a beautiful piece. It's not the traditional parts, so you don't have this part. But it's nice and heavy. It really feels wonderful, and I like the balance of it. It really balances. I know. It looks like a giant chopstick. It's but it's not. This is actually, some of you already know what this one's from. You've seen it in movies. Oh, have I? Yeah, this is Sirius Black's wand from the Harry Potter films. I'm very happy with this. It's a really beautiful balance. But if you have a real wand, okay. If you don't, then just go get a stick. We're not going to do enough with them that it has to be incredible. It just needs to be something that you use, and we'll play around with the ideas. So please have a wand. And you can also have a rod. My magical rod. My rod's so magical. This is actually obviously not intended for saving or satyr. This is, I got this in India. It's a cudgel. It's an actual weapon. But I use it for saving. And it's got a wonderful balance. It's also very heavy because it is intended to whack things. But I never whack anything with it. I never whack my rod. But it is a nice piece. A little larger stick is fine. Or if you have a cane, if you walk with a cane. I walk with a cane sometimes because of mobility issues for my knee and my vascular issues in my legs. But you can do that. Something else you might have is tarot cards. I suggest very strongly that for the tarot cards, when you prepare them, that you use a deck that has images on all the sides. So use something with the Waite Rider motif that has human figures on most of the cards. So most of the decks you'll have people on certain cards, but some cards they don't. For instance, the Two of Pentacles, here we have a person, but some decks would just have two pentacles or poker, two of diamonds. That's what that is. But the kind that have figures on them. If you don't have cards with figures on them, that's okay. Maybe you can use something else. I worked with a wonderful Buddhist monk once who used a series of cards of images of bodhisattva, of saints, images of saints. I also worked with a man once who had baseball cards. That'll work too. Or a friend of mine used a Playboy magazine. He just flipped through the pictures. I think he just wanted to look at Playboy, but there's that. But tarot cards and a puppet or doll. A puppet or doll for the voodoo stuff. Some of you, of course, recognize this little fellow from some of my videos. I've used him for years in shows, in my hypnosis entertainment shows, as well as in therapy. It's a nice amorphous figure, so there's nothing there to really latch on and say this is a particular sort of person, so a person can imagine anything. But a poppet works. If you don't have a poppet, then how about, well, hey, come over here, friendly Carrie guy. A stuffed animal, a stuffed toy that has all the bits. You can use something like that. If you don't have a stuffed toy because you are an adult, I'm an adult and I have one. What are you saying there? If you don't have a stuffed toy or something like that, just use a pillow. Stay there. Nah. Stay. Okay. A pillow will work on my YouTube channel. Some of you are familiar. There's a wonderful video. I do voodoo hypnosis with a pillow from a hotel room, and the gentleman responds beautifully. If I don't currently have it linked in the description of the Esoteric Trancework, I'll put it up there, and you can check that out. Actually, fun fact, that is in fact an author. Some of you have read his work. Some of you know Don's work. He is missed, but he's wrote some excellent books on magic and trance work. He was an esoteric trance worker, and he was absolutely a joy to work. He passed away a few years ago, but it was absolutely wonderful, and Don is very missed. But on to other things. So if you are interested in esoteric trance work, do have some things prepared. If you don't, it's okay. This is going to be a fun seminar. I'm really looking forward to it. We have early bird pricing for those who are interested. That goes away soon, so check it. If you don't want to do early bird, that's okay. You can wait and pay more later. That's fine too. But it really is going to be an unusual and fun trance working seminar in May 1st, Beltane. It's a 2-day seminar, and so it is online because, as you know, this is an extension of 2020. 2021 is just 2020 part 2, and so many of us can't travel. You can't come to me. I'm not going to go to you, and so this is going to be online, which makes it convenient. You don't have to wear pants. You don't know if I'm wearing pants. Is he or isn't he? Oh, only the cat knows. And so it'll be online. It'll be fun. Check it out. I just wanted to go through some of the things that you can have available to you so you can do the exercises completely. If you don't have them, you can just makeshift something. And if you don't have a makeshift something, you can still imagine you have the things. There are folks who do full-on tarot readings with no tarot cards. It's absolutely beautiful stuff. So that's Esoteric Trancework, the accoutrements, and I hope I will see you in May, Beltane. For now, though, hey, this is Professor Brian David Phillips saying, live trance and prosper.